Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Karen Lair. Keeping up with the growing veteran population in Southwest Idaho has become quite a challenge for the Boise V.A. Medical Center. In tonight's State of 208, Don Nelson spends the afternoon on campus to learn more about some of the fascinating advances the Boise V.A. is creating and how making more space benefits all veterans in our region.
The Boise V.A. is doing all it can to keep up with the growth. They have seen an 8% increase in primary care over the previous year.
As you look around the campus, just about every building has had some degree of renovation or expansion.
Director David Wood has seen plenty of change over the years, including the new Women's Wellness Center on campus. About 7 years ago, the VA management interviewed women veterans about why many of them were not going to the original women's clinic, and more importantly, why they weren't signing up for VA benefits.
What the women told them is, we want a standalone clinic. We want some place that we can bring our children to, that we feel welcomed and safe. We want to have female providers. We want to have a clinic that's aesthetically pleasing, that doesn't look like Army barracks.
You want to come on in?
Another area where Director Wood is proud of is the new cardiac cath lab.
We treated 400 veterans this last year, so 400 veterans were able to have their heart disease diagnosed and treated here.
But one area where Wood and his staff have heard so many complaints about: parking. As a matter of fact, Doug Lamb, chief engineer at the medical center, said they had veterans circling the grounds looking for parking spaces. But a new, unique-looking garage that holds over 220 parking spots seems to be just what the doctor ordered.
Quite a process. Took a lot of effort by the contractor to dig away all of the dirt. They had to stabilize the soil behind it to make sure that the hillside doesn't crush the parking garage. So it's actually nailed into, it's called nailing, nailed it into the hillside to keep the hill from putting pressure on the garage.
So what does the future hold? History may be kind to the center in the form of property that was once the old marching grounds back in the 1800s.
We are looking at putting a primary care building that would be approximately $20 million on that space to help with growth and expansion.
The VA says they are committed to veterans health care. With what's been happening recently, it looks like the future is promising. Don Nelson, 6 on your side.